Hello Guardians, welcome back to a brand new video. Hope you guys are enjoying your beautiful Friday. Thank you guys for 680 subscribers onto this platform. We're so close to 700, so let's keep pushing it. Share this channel amongst your friends. Thank you for all the support on the channel. I really greatly appreciate that. So let's go into our daily news content for Destiny 2 Forsaken so far. Now, I'm trying to composite all the stories that I got for the past couple of days or so, but I think these three important ones are very important to me that I want to discuss with you guys and want to see what your guys' thoughts on these three top stories that I thought was really important. Number 3 will have to be very important. Will have to be the Edge Transit grenade launcher that has been on everybody's mind since the game has launched. So, of course, Bungie had their this week's article that they were discussing about the fixes that are going to be coming in the future. Of course, their hot fixes and all that good stuff. All of that will be in the description down below if you did not get the chance to look at their hot fixes that they fixed for the past couple of days, Tuesday and Thursday. They were talking about since the launch of Destiny 2 Forsaken, we have heard players' feedback regarding the aggressive drop rates of the Edge Transit grenade launcher. Our investigation has confirmed that this weapon is dropping more frequently than intended. We are pushing a fix for the future update. So they're going to be having a future update fix for this in the near future. And as you can judge by the video, this was like a test stream type video that I want to test out to make sure that the stream and everything was kind of good. So when I streamed next week, everything will be all settled and good. And this was a test stream, and I got the Prime Ingram. So I'm getting excited. I'm like, okay, I got the Prime Ingram. You know, let me see what is going to drop for me. And it didn't drop for me an exciting weapon. It dropped for me this goddamn grenade launcher. So for the past few days or so, since the Prime Ingrams has been dropping for most people, that has been dropping here late, the Edge Transit. Or sometimes it dropped for me during Ikora when I went to pick up my powerful gear. She's like the main one that always give it to me for some apparent reason. She's the only one that give it to me. She, not her, but mostly the Cryptart. let me just backtrack on what I'm gonna say. Mostly the Cryptart would give me this goddamn grenade launcher, and then if I have to put a person in second place, Ikora would be the person in second place. Every time I turn in my bounties and get that powerful gear, you know, daily challenge item, she will give me that grenade launcher. So there's two people in Destiny 2 that tends to give me this grenade launcher, and that would be the Cryptart and Ikora. Those two will give me those grenade launcher every hour, every minute. Every time I get a Prime Ingram, or I try to get a powerful Ingram or a Prime Ingram, those two are the only ones that give me this grenade launcher. So I'm glad that Bungie is hearing what people are saying. It's been going on since last week, so I'm surprised why they didn't fix it. They just now got to notice that what everybody was talking about. This been going around since before this week. This been going on since last week, and even when the game launched, people were talking about the Edge Transit grenade launcher. I don't know why they add grenade launchers in here, because I barely lose my grenade launcher in any respect. I barely use them. I just don't feel they're more effective. That's how I feel about grenade launchers. They don't feel effective to my purpose. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about the Edge Transit. Has you guys got through it in that process? Where you got it mostly? A lot of people say they got it from sometimes when they go on adventures, and they get it from Prime Ingrams, and they decrypt it from the Cryptart. Like I said, I get it from two people. If you got it from somewhere else, let me know in the comment section down below. But they're saying they're going to fix that in the near future. Number 2, this one was a very this one, I knew that they were going to fix this situation when it comes to the Cade's Will quest to get the Ace of Spades. So I knew for a fact that they were going to fix this sooner or later. So that's why I didn't really focus on my PC character that much to get into Cade's Will's quest, get it done as quickly as possible, because I had a feeling that they're going to fix this. Now, this was in the hot fix, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was in the hot fix for yesterday. And they were talking about the Cade's Will quest. The first step before they fixed this change, if I remember correctly, what you had to do was you had to basically get 5 invader kills, meaning when the opposing team sent one of their invaders into your opposing side, you have to kill that invader with a hand cannon, one of your best hand cannons that you have. And you have to kill 5 invader kills. And lucky for me, the dumbass person on the invader side kept invading every hour, every minute. So I just kept killing him on the hand cannon, and everybody else The good thing about it is everybody else on the other side, the people on my team kind of took turns. Like, you know, one person did it, one person did it. So I kind of noticed that. And he kept invading like every hour, every minute. I don't know why. So we just kept giving him like maybe like 20, 35 times already because he kept jumping in. I don't know why. Gambit is people don't know how to play Gambit. Anyways, enough of that story. So that was the first step of getting the Case Will quest. You had to kill 5 invaders. Now they changed it where you have to get kills either from invaders or from the enemies of that side, meaning the enemies in that area. And a lot of people were, you know, were talking about that situation where like, oh, really, Bungie, you're gonna do that? Let me just find it really, really quick to see what they said in general. But a lot of people were very, you know, how I put it in this sense, was very livid about that situation. A lot of people had some like, oh, really, Bungie? After I just finished this shit, you decided to change it to make it easier for people or make it harder for people. Some people said it's a little bit harder. Other people see it is easier than it was before. So a lot of people put their whole like their full opinion about this situation. This is what they said during the hotfix for yesterday. It says players may now progress their Case Will quest step by defeating either invaders or general enemies with their hand cannons. So a lot of people were like, why you just didn't did that in the first place, you know? And a lot of people were, like I said, they're voicing their opinions to other people who were complaining, like, all you guys would do is complain about this and complain about that, and us who basically did it without any complaint. Yeah, we didn't like it, but at the same time, we had to do it and get it over with. All you guys do is complain. So a lot of people voiced their opinion about that situation when it came to this quest step. Yes, I didn't like the first part of it, but I just brushed it off. I just like, oh my god, I gotta get 5 invader kills in Gambit? Are you kidding me? So, you know, I completely understand where a lot of people were talking about that discussion. Like, that's not really fair to other people who did it. And then at the same time, for some reason, I just had this feeling that Bungie were going to change this step. At some point, I just had a feeling that, you know what, Bungie's going to change this step because it don't make any sense. Because, you know, a lot of people can't read 99% of the time. People like to say that I can't read. There's a lot of people who can't read in the Destiny community because there's a lot of them who cannot read. And a lot of content creators who have broadcasts even said, like, if you don't read it carefully, you're thinking that you, as the invader, have to get 5 kills. That's how I read it when I first did it. But then I read it again twice and I said, you know what? No, it's not me. It's the opposing side that I have to get 5 kills. So I can completely understand why Bungie kind of changed the setting because, you know, some people can't read. I mean, you know, there's a lot of people who can't read out there. So I can completely understand why Bungie changed it. So give me your thoughts on it. Do you feel like, you know, Bungie's making it easier for people that complain a lot? Give me your thoughts on that, and let's move on to the next subject. Number one is, this is the number one subject that everybody's been talking about since the game was released, and this is about Gambit. And it's not really about the gameplay of Gambit. Gambit gameplay video, we're going to discuss that in another situation because there's a lot of people out there that don't know how to play Gambit and tend to complain about how it's being played. It's not really you, it's not really the game, it's just you don't know how to follow instructions. Okay, the sleeper supplement. This is the number one topic that I felt that everybody was talking about for this week, last week, and when the game was launched, when they first played Gambit. The sleeper supplement is being overused a lot in Gambit. And, you know, a lot of people fail to understand why the sleeper supplement is being used a lot in Gambit. They're missing the point about that situation. There is a number one reason why the sleeper supplement is being very used in Gambit, and it has to do with the invaders that are invading it. There's been a couple of game modes when the invaders can be really aggravating, and taking them down can be very difficult with any other weapon. So a lot of people found that the sleeper supplement is a very easier weapon to take down the invader very quickly. And I feel like the invaders are the ones that are complaining because the sleeper supplement is being used a lot. And that is a true statement. And yes, there's been people who've been invading the other side. You know, like on my side, the invaders that come into the opposing side use the sleeper supplement to take out all 5 enemies in one fell swoop. That is a true thing. I did it one time already, and it was fun. Like, I had fun. I was like, yeah, I was having fun with the sleeper supplement. I didn't really, you know, took it as like a weapon that everybody was complaining about. Now, the purple ammo don't really drop as scarcely in Gambit. It drops very rare. If you kind of notice that when you're playing Gambit, there's barely any purple ammo for me when I'm playing it. I don't know for you guys. But a lot of people have been complaining about the sleeper supplement being overused in Gambit. And I can completely understand where a lot of people are complaining about that situation. But then at the same time, the sleeper supplement does very come in handy when invaders invade the opposing side. And it does come in handy in my situation, because the invaders can be really freaking aggravating. So when they activate their super, I activate my super, the sleeper supplement, and takes down the invader very quickly. Now, if I don't have enough purple ammo for my sleeper supplement, the only things I have going to have is my kinetic weapon and my energy weapon. They will do some damage, but it's going to take a long ass time to take down the invader. If you guys kind of notice, the invader is they're super powered. They're like a freaking Super Saiyan. They have their body armor, then an extra layer of body armor, then another extra layer of body armor. So it's going to take a while to take down the invader. For me personally, the invader takes a long time to take down because they have all this extra body armor and this extra health to keep them stay alive to take down the opposing side, the opposing team. So it's, for Gambit, I don't know, it's very hard to kind of discuss about Gambit. It's a very hard subject, because I can completely understand why Bungie kind of didn't make a hybrid mode of Gambit. And quite frankly, it's been a really fun game mode. And I can completely understand why a lot of people are complaining about the sleeper supplement being overused. But you kind of see how the invader is. They're very hard to take down. The sleeper supplement, it takes it down very quickly. Just take you out completely. Just like, boom, done. Okay, bye. And see you on the other side. And then, the imposer, the invader, they invade again. They try to take you out. And then you take them out again with the sleeper supplement. And they just keep trying and trying and trying. You just give me like 10 kills in that one match with the sleeper supplement. So thank you. Yes, when I run out of ammo, I'm shitting in my pants. But I can completely understand why the sleeper supplement is being overused a lot in this game mode, because it's a faster weapon. But a lot of people fail to understand, when you nerf another weapon, there's another powerful weapon behind the sleeper supplement that a lot of the raiders were using this weekend. And that was the Whisper of the Worm. So if they don't use the sleeper supplement and they nerfed it completely, what do you think is the next weapon behind the sleeper supplement? The Whisper of the Worm. So, when people always complain about nerfing weapons and nerfing that, you have to think about the next weapon behind the sleeper supplement. Because, I talk to a lot of people say, well, if you don't have the Whisper of the Worm, you have, if you have the sleeper, you're good. If you don't have the sleeper, but you have the Whisper of the Worm, you're good. So what do you think of those two best weapons that people like to use a lot? Whisper of the Worm and sleeper supplement, because they could do some serious damage onto their enemies and doing serious damage in PvP. So when I tell people, and when I ask people, like, okay, you complain about nerfing this weapon, what do you think is the next weapon behind the sleeper supplement that people are going to use in Gambit that you're going to be complaining about next week or the next couple of months? The Whisper of the Worm. So I always tell people, be very careful about saying that they need to nerf this and need to nerf that. There's going to be a next weapon behind it that people are going to be grinding for to get, to kind of help them out to take down their enemies, and that would be the Whisper of the Worm, which is another solo weapon. So when I tell people, it's all good for you to say to nerf this weapon, do you know the next weapon going to be behind the sleeper supplement? That weapon behind it. Whisper of the Worm. Because I kind of noticed when the people were rating The Last Wish, and they were saying, oh, you have the Whisper of the Worm. No, I have sleeper supplement. Oh, that's even better too. That's good. So long we have the two powerful weapons right now in Destiny 2. Sleeper supplement and Whisper of the Worm. So I tell people, be very careful how you ask about nerfing weapons, because there's going to be another weapon that's going to be very aggravating for you. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about these three top topics about so far this weekend that everybody's been talking about. If you guys found this video entertaining, let me know in the comment section down below. Hit the thumbs up button, or if you didn't, hit the dislike button to improve the video next time. I know this video was a little bit too long, but these were the three topics that a lot of people in the community has been talking about for the past week or so. So I want to see what your thoughts and opinion on it in the near future. In the meantime, have a blessed weekend, and I will catch you guys in the next post.